Hey guys, Cloudhopper here again, and we're continuing the car search, and we're switching gears a couple different ways. We're going to be using car gurus this time. I like the way that they do their tickers on how they deem it a good deal, judging the price on like what's found out and about right now based on like MSRP, and I think they do some blue book valuing in there as well. And then also we're going to be looking at SUVs this time because I did say that I want something a little more practical, so SUVs, 4 doors, big trunk, big space. So we're gonna go for that. Fits 4 adults comfortably, and we can have groceries in the back and take it on trips. So up on the chopping block is the 2015 Subaru Forester Premium. Off the bat, I like the look of the car. It's a nice silver color. It looks well kept. I know for a fact my wife is gonna hate this car because it has a case of the bubble butt, I guess is what she wants to call it. It's kind of rounded. All her cars that she's liked in the past, her Jeep Wrangler, brick on wheels. She liked my Land Rover Discovery that I had a while back, brick on wheels again. So I don't think we're gonna find any more bricks on wheels. So I think she's gonna have to bite the bullet and maybe accept this. Um, so looks like a lot of room, well kept, real exciting. Funnily enough, it is a manual transmission. It's not, coincidence. I did, what's it called? Refine the search or update the search to only include manual transmission. I'm not a manual a manual snob. It's more of just a preference of wanting to have the full control of the actual gear changes and everything. I get real anxious whenever I, rent a car and it's all automatic, and I hate how it's shifting and how often it shifts, and it's in my head, I don't like it. I want more control. It has a handbrake, so we're gonna, be doing those e-brake turns. 147,000 miles in it. That's a little steep for $9,000, but I trust car gurus saying it's a good deal. That's right. That's real close to 150 mark, which I am terrified of because every time any one of my cars have hit 150, I've had to do some kind of like service on one of the accessories usually. I've had to replace alternators right at 150 in a different car. I had to replace the radiator and then the AC compressor in a different one. So 150 is a bad number for me. If it's not a bad number for you, go for it. It has a backup camera. I know I said I hate car technology in the past. I still do. But this is one of those things that if it goes out, I'm not going to miss it, right? It's not something that's like a wheel speed sensor mounted on the drive shaft or something crazy like that, right? It's more of just like a nice to have. So if it goes out, I'm not gonna miss it too much. It has this real old style radio in it, which is weird because I don't know why you need two screens to tell you the same thing, but it's fine. They kept the stock radio in there, and that might just be replaced with a doubled-in radio. Who cares? This is my favorite part about this car so far, is the AC controls. This is my favorite style of controls. It's 3 knobs. Where you want it, how hard do you want it, how cold do you want it. That's it. None of that BS. Set your, degrees on like a thermostat, and it's like, okay, now we're just gonna blow hot, cold air at you as hard as we can until we get to that point, and then like fiddle with the settings until we can stabilize that. But don't open your door or your window or anything, because we won't. Then we'll just start blowing more air at you and stuff like that. It's real annoying. So I really hate the automatic set your temperatures. It's yeah, gosh. Okay, so just give me 3 knobs. That's it. I just need 3 knobs. A close up of that manual transmission, looking ahead. Sunroof, which is nice. But cool thing is we won't be, searching for an engine bay picture because dealers like to include those. Right off the bat, I hate the flat 4 engine. My friend had I'm being upfront. My friend had a Subaru Baja, and doing maintenance on that car, he was trying to replace the spark plugs in it. He had to take off his wheel, his fender lining, and then build like a wrench extender that was like 5 feet long to be able to like wedge it into like one specific hole just to get the spark plug out, and it was real annoying to even like watch. I was getting upset just watching it happen. So I really don't want to do engine maintenance on this car. But as far as like accessories go, this is pretty nice. because I can see the alternator right there, I can see the AC compressor right there, the belts right there, all hidden underneath the shroud, which looks like it's held in with one bolt, which is real nice. I like that. But once again, that flat 4 makes me cringe every time that I see it. We're not going to be looking at the 0 to 60 for this car because it is an SUV, and if you're, you know, drag racing your SUV, please stop. Unless it's like the Cherokee Trackhawk, then please make all of those other people cry because that thing is just stupid fast. But flat Ford symmetric all-wheel drive because it is Subaru. Combined MPG of 27, which is great. That Jeep gets like 13 right now with all the stupid stuff that we've done to it. And then the horsepower is at 170, so it should have some good pickup, and it should be fine. It should good commuter car. I'm actually really liking it right now because of the accessories being so upfront and easily reachable. I'll bite the bullet with the whole actual engine maintenance. So let's move on to reviews, and this is where it kind of starts to get dicey for this car. So 141 reviews at 3.7. That's a good amount of views. So I mean, it's not 20, which can be highly skewed. This is 141. This is pretty established. I'm going to trust this at 3.7. So no one absolutely loves their car. Everyone always takes away at least one mark, and then there's quite a few on the low end. So let's see why that is. And this is my favorite site to find that why, and it's carcomplaints.com. We have the Subaru Forester right here, and here's all the model years that it was live, and you can see right at that 2015 mark, unfortunately, which this is 2015. Real sad. We see 135 complaints logged, engine problems of 56, and we can even drill down to kind of what they are, and they all link to excessive oil consumption. And tragic, because it was actually shaping up to be a real car that I would actually go out and maybe test drive. But if it's going to eat oil, accelerate whenever I don't want it to, and just stall on me, I mean, these are kind of worst case scenarios. Maybe they weren't taking care of their cars, but this is very repeatable. 21 actual reports of this is, I don't know. It's not confidence inspiring. So we're going to actually have to veto the Subaru Forester. So on to the next car.